Nelson Mandela's condition remains unchanged, and the US and South Africa are in sync in their approach to Africa and its development. I'm Richard Brooks. The presidency says former President Nelson Mandela's condition remains unchanged. Madiba's health has been described as critical since it deteriorated on Sunday. In the latest statement, President Jacob Zuma has again thanked the public for their ongoing support. He says doctors continue to do their best to ensure his recovery, well-being and comfort. Zuma has also called on the world to plan to do their 67 minutes of goodwill on Madiba's 95th birthday on July the 18th. Zuma says the country must make it the biggest International Mandela Day ever. Madiba's family have held a meeting at his retirement home at Unu in the Eastern Cape. Unati Ben Kose reports.
Madiba's eldest daughter, Magaziwe, and several other close family members, as well as family friends like UDM leader Bantu Olomisa and Public Service Administration Minister Lindiwe Sisulu, all jetted into Mthatha this morning for the family meeting. The meeting was held at Madiba's home in Kunu. Law enforcement officers kept a visible presence, while a strong contingent of local and international media, armed with their cameras, ready to capture any possible action, remained camped outside the Mandela household along the N2 road at Kunu outside Mthatha.
The United States and South Africa are in sync in their approach to Africa and its development. That's according to International Relations Minister Maite Mashibane. She was briefing the media on US President Barack Obama's visit to the country this weekend. Obama's visit forms part of a three-country African tour consisting of South Africa, Senegal and Tanzania. Nokwane Mashibane elaborates.
The US strategy synergizes with South Africa's support for African agenda largely in the following ways: strengthening of democratic institutions, keeping the continent of Africa as a zone of peace, security, and development, an Africa that lives at peace with itself and its own neighborhood, and an Africa that's developmental, the Africa that is rising.
The ANC Youth League's task team has warned its members they will be expelled if they undermine the organisation. The team was commenting after it expelled former spokesperson Floyd Shivambu without informing him first or going through any disciplinary process. Shivambu was serving a 3-year suspension for bringing the ANC into disrepute. The team has not given specific reasons for his expulsion, except to say he undermined and insulted the organisation. Shivambu is seen as expelled ANC Youth League President Julius Malema's right-hand man in their plans to launch a new political party. ANC Youth League Task Team Convener Mzwandile Masina.
If you are serving suspension, there is a certain level of expectation in terms of how you behave. So we would have expected him to behave in a particular manner. And in this regard, we felt that as he continues with his adventurism, in his newfound hobby of insulting the organization, ordinarily we shouldn't be doing this. We have to formally communicate that he's no longer one of our own.
The opposition to Urban Tolling Alliance Outer believes that the collusive behaviour by construction companies impacted negatively on the costs of the construction of the Gauteng Freeway Improvement Project. The Competition Commission has fined 15 construction companies a total of 1.48 billion rand for being involved in a rigging cartel. Several groups say the fines are too small. Outer's Wayne Duvenage.
One wonders what the extent of the collusion was for GFIP and how much those roads would have cost had that collusion not have taken place. We believe it should have been a lot less. The road costs should have come down by significantly more than the 1.5 billion that they were fined. And I think that it's time that an investigation was undertaken with regards to the costs of GFIP.